He was homeless, hungry, with only $1 left. But when he saw someone else in need, he gave it away. What happened after shocked everyone and changed his life forever. Subscribe to Minutes of Moral for more inspiring true stories that prove kindness comes full circle. Like, comment, and share to spread this beautiful message. Tom had been homeless for nearly 3 years. Before that, he'd lived a quiet life. He was a construction worker. Didn't have much, but he had enough. Until the day the accident happened. A beam collapsed at the site. Tom was rushed to the hospital. He survived. Barely. But his injuries meant he couldn't go back to work for a long time. He lost his job, then his savings, and then his apartment. The streets became his new home. Park benches, abandoned buildings, shelter lines. He'd seen it all. Every day was about survival. Finding warm spots during freezing nights, digging through garbage cans for half-eaten meals, protecting his few belongings from being stolen. But through it all, Tom never lost one thing: his heart. He still smiled at strangers, still helped others on the street whenever he could, even if it was just half a sandwich or a kind word. One cold afternoon, Tom stood outside a diner, hands buried deep in his thin jacket. His stomach had been growling for hours. He reached into his pocket and pulled out all he had left, one crumpled dollar. It wasn't much, maybe enough for a day-old bread roll or a half cup of coffee. But then he noticed someone across the street, a young woman, early 20s, clearly distressed. She was pacing, wiping tears from her face, holding her phone like it was her lifeline. Tom watched as she approached a few passers-by. They shook their heads, ignored her. One man even cursed at her. She crossed the street, and for a moment, their eyes met. "Are you okay?" Tom asked gently. She hesitated. "I lost my wallet. My phone's about to die. I don't have any cash, and I need to get home. My bus leaves in 15 minutes. She wasn't dressed fancy, just a hoodie and jeans. She didn't look rich, just scared, tired. Tom reached into his pocket. He looked at his last dollar, and without thinking twice, handed it to her. "Here, take it. Might cover your fare." She blinked. "Are you serious?" He just smiled. "You need it more than I do." Her voice cracked. "But you're homeless." He chuckled. "Yeah, but I'm also human." She took it, with tears in her eyes. "Thank you," she whispered. "Thank you so much." Then she ran, disappearing into the crowd. Tom stood there for a while, still smiling. He didn't expect anything in return. Didn't know her name. Didn't even know if she caught her bus. But he felt something in that moment. Peace. The next morning, Tom was asleep near a park bench when he felt a gentle tap on his shoulder. He opened his eyes, startled, to find 2 men in black suits standing over him. And behind them was the young woman from yesterday. She knelt beside him. "Hi," she said, smiling. "Remember me?" Tom blinked. "You're the girl from the diner." She nodded. "My name's Emily, and I'd like to introduce you to my father." Her father stepped forward. A tall man, sharp eyes, soft voice. He owned one of the largest retail chains in the city. Dozens of stores, hundreds of employees. Emily had told him everything. About the homeless man who gave away his last dollar just to help her. "She told me what you did," the father said, "and I'd like to offer you a chance." He didn't just offer a thank you. He offered a room at one of his properties, a shower, clean clothes, a hot meal, and then a job at one of his warehouses. "We need someone reliable," he said, "someone with heart, and my daughter says you're exactly that." Tom was speechless. His hands trembled as he accepted the offer. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months. Tom showed up every morning, on time. He swept the floors, stacked the shelves, helped new workers find their way around. He never complained, never slacked off. He was just grateful. His co-workers grew to admire him. His manager praised his work ethic. Eventually, he got promoted, then promoted again. And one day, after nearly a year of steady work, Tom stood in front of a small apartment. The first one in years he could call his own. No more sleeping outside. No more hunger. No more fear of tomorrow, all because of a single moment, one decision, to give. He didn't have much, but he gave from the heart. And in return, life gave back more than he ever imagined. Life lesson? It's not about how much you give, but the heart you give it with. Tom gave his last dollar and received a new life in return. Sometimes a small act of kindness becomes the key that unlocks a future you never saw coming. Would you give away your last dollar to help a stranger? Tell us in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe to Minutes of Moral, because small acts